I met her on a beach. It felt like we was the only ones on that beachfront. I was doing yoga poses and shadow boxing. And she was 100 yards away just watching the waves come in. I walked by and she waved with a Chuck E. Cheese smile. Lots of teeth and cheeks in that smile. I waved back and kept walking. And then something stopped my toes in the sand. I'll go introduce myself. It's a polite thing to do. I sat next to her and she didn't speak English. I should have known then she wasn't from this earth. But she started using her phone translator and we began to vibe with no spoken words. We were exchanging texts in person. It was a battle of sweet-eyed smiles. I invited her to dinner. She said okay. I then told her to meet at my house first. I took a shower, had a beer, then took her out to eat. She immediately went to the bathroom and came out looking like a geisha that OD'd on white powder to the face. I would learn later that she was a mirror and makeup addict. I didn't like that. And that was enough to tell me not another date, but go ahead and get what you want. She then looked over the menu for 10 minutes, then finally asked, "Is it okay if I get the salmon?" As it was the most expensive dish on the menu. "Go for it, sweetheart." I told her the pizza's better, but get what you want. She proceeded to eat 2 bites of salmon and confirmed that my pizza was better. It was a date where things didn't line up. I told her I'd call her, but I had no plans to do so. I didn't hear from her again. Fine by me. Then I ran into her at the supermarket, said hello, followed by, "Goodbye, I'll call you." I wasn't feeling it again. Then 2 months later, she showed up at my house asking if she could stay with me for free. She could do some shopping and cleaning for me. She had some family problems and she had nowhere to go. I said, "No, I don't know you. That's not even safe. You could be Jeffrey Dahmer reincarnated." She wouldn't take no for an answer. I folded and said she could stay downstairs, separate key, separate entrance. She won't bother me. I continued to date other women. She'd bring me chocolate croissants in the night and sometimes would ask for a hug. I had no intentions of hiking that valley. I knew there were spider webs in that bush. I was okay with it all. I let her stay the month. Then one night when I was feeling down, real down, I just got some bad news. It was family stuff that I couldn't fix, but it lingered. I was drinking beer, taking slow breaths. She must have sensed it. I guess dragons know when you're vulnerable. She came up and handed me her phone and had translated, "What's on your mind?" The fact that she wrote that just at the right time, it was hook, line in my heart. I was lip hooked. We talked, I aired out my feelings, and she received it all with soft eyes of understanding and goodwill. I had another beer and offered her one. She didn't drink, but that night she made an exception. It wasn't long till we ended up in the bedroom practicing baby making. Oh, thank God we didn't have a baby. The next morning she was attached to me like a dog waiting for a walk, tail wagging and jumping all over me. I love dogs, but this one felt too soon to be licking my face. I told her that day, "Hey, that was nice, it was fun, but we aren't together." She was shocked. She thought we should start looking at venues for the wedding. I stayed stunned for the next 2 days, pulling back my attention so she didn't think it was anything more. I was honest and upfront, but I couldn't shake this car tailing me. She lived at my house downstairs. It was like when you know fast food is bad for you and it doesn't even taste that good, but god damn, it's so convenient. She was back in my room later that week casting spells of strange vibes. Something wasn't right. It would take 3 years for me to get her out of my house. This sweet mermaid of compassion and kindness that I met at the beach had become a hyena waiting for me to go down, demanding that I give her money or she'd kill me. How'd we get here? I felt like a battered woman on the run that couldn't trust no one. I was hypnotized in fear. She got me. She got me. I left my home while she was at work, caught a flight, told her I'd be back. She didn't understand. I said, "My dad isn't well. I gotta go see him. I'll be back." Then I told my buddy he could move in, and I had to deliver that news. "You out, hun?" It's been a piece of peach pie, but that was a lie. She was fool's gold. She had set up a decoy of this sweet, kind woman of affection and love, and I walked right into her minefield of psychological tricks. It took me 6 months to clean my mind. I felt like a POW in my own home. I got out, I made it. Life is good again. Headed for the next hero's journey. Thanks, Psycho Eyes. I loved you sometimes, but I can't do multiple personalities. I didn't go to school for that. It's a game where the rules kept changing and nobody won. I'm so happy to be alone and alive. Maybe I'll just get a dog. I'm so sick of those asking for likes and subscribes. Just drop me $1.